Welcome to another session of Grade 9 Mathematics, Chapter 6 Lines and Angles. Dear students, in this sixth part of the chapter, we'll discuss the solutions for NCERT exercise 6.3, question number 1, question number 2, and question number 3. Let us solve question number 1 of exercise 6.3, which says that in the given figure, sides QP and RQ of triangle PQR are produced to points S and T respectively, as shown in the figure. If angle SPR is equal to 135 degree and angle PQT is equal to 110 degree, find angle PRQ. Let us observe this figure and quickly get to the solution of this first question. Let's quickly get to the solution. It's been given that in the question itself that angle SPR is equal to 135 degree, angle PQT is equal to 110 degree, and we have been asked to find angle PRQ. Okay, so SPR is given as 135 degree, PQT is given as 110 degree, and we have been asked to find angle PRQ. So where is PRQ? So this is the angle that we have been asked to find. Now, as I said, it's all about observing the figure. Now, if you could observe the figure, you will realize that PQR forms a triangle. Yes? And I can find the measure of these two angles. How can I find? If you could look over here, these two angles will form linear pair of angles, and hence their sum should be equal to 180 degree. Likewise, over here also, these two angles make up linear pair, and hence their sum should also be 180. So once I get these two interior angles, I can easily find angle R using the angle sum property. Let me proceed with the solution. So first I'll say angle SPR, which is 135, plus angle QPR, which is this, should be equal to 180. So angle SPR plus angle QPR should be equal to 180. What's the reason? The reason is linear pair of angles. Okay, so SPR is already given as 135 degree. So QPR is something that I have to find. So 180 written as it is. So QPR will be 180 minus 135. So QPR 180 minus 135 happens to be 45 degree. Okay, so found this to be 45 degree. Similarly, I can say that these two angles are also linear pair. So I'll mention that angle PQT plus angle PQR also makes up 180 degree. The reason is they are linear pair of angles, and PQT is already given as 110 degree plus angle PQR is equal to 180. So PQR will be equal to 180. 110 goes to the other side, becomes minus 110. So PQR is equal to 70. Okay, so this is 70. Now I've got this angle P of the triangle to be 45 and this to be 70 degree. Now can I find angle PRQ, that is another interior angle of the triangle? Yes, using the angle sum property. So I'll write in triangle PQR, this triangle, I'll write 45 degree plus the 70 degree angle plus the unknown, that is PRQ angle, should be equal to 180 degree because that's a triangle. So 45 plus 70 happens to be 115. Okay, so 115 plus angle PRQ is equal to 180. So what do I get? PRQ is equal to 180. 115 goes to the other side, becomes minus 115, and hence I get a final answer, that is PRQ is equal to 65 degree. Is this clear? So by using the properties of linear pair and the angle sum property, I've got the conclusion that angle PRQ is equal to 65 degree. What was the trick? Observing the figure. So this comes to the end of solution to question number 1. Now let us try to solve question number 2, which says, in the given figure, angle X is equal to 62 degree, angle XYZ is equal to 54 degree. If YO and ZO are the bisectors of angle XYZ and angle XZY respectively of triangle XYZ, then find angle OZY and YOZ. It's an easy one. Let's quickly get to the solution of this particular question. Dear students, it has been mentioned that in the figure wherein we have triangle XYZ and we have another triangle OYZ, if you could see, here it is mentioned that angle X is equal to 62 degree. So let me mention angle X is equal to 62 degree. It also says that angle XYZ. So when I say XYZ, that means it is the whole angle XYZ, the whole angle Y. Okay, that is given as 54 degree. The question further said that YO and ZO are the bisectors of angle XYZ and XZY. So YO is the bisector of angle Y and OZ is the bisector of angle Z. That is the whole angle Z. If that's the case, we have been asked to find what is OZY, this part, and also what is YOZ. Okay, so to find, we have two angles. One is angle OZY and the other one is angle YOZ. What was the other given data? That OY and OZ are bisectors. They are bisectors. So that means this 54 gets divided into two parts over here. 54 is for the entire angle Y. So if OY is a bisector, this would be 27 degree, that is half of 54, and this would also be 27 degree. That is the meaning of bisector. Now, I'll proceed with the given data. So I'll take triangle XYZ. So in triangle XYZ, yes, that is the bigger triangle XYZ, angle X plus angle Y plus angle Z should be equal to 180 degree. Yes, and angle X is given as 62 degree plus angle Y, that is the whole angle Y, that is XYZ, the whole angle Y, that is given as 54 degree, plus angle Z, which is unknown, is equal to 180. So 62 plus 54, and that happens to be, if I could find angle Z, what I will do is 180 is already there, 62 goes to the other side, so becomes minus 62, plus 54 also goes to the other side, becomes minus 54. And when I solve this, I get angle Z is equal to 64 degree. angle Z, that means the whole angle Z, that means angle X, Z, Y, the whole angle Z. Therefore, angle X, Z, Y will be taken as 64 degree. Okay, now if angle XZY, that is the whole of the angle, is 64, what will be this angle which we have to find? That is angle OZY. Yes, my dear students, it is already mentioned that OZ is the bisector. So I'll write, since OZ is bisector of angle XZY, therefore angle OZY, that is the small one, OZY, that is this angle, will be equal to half of the whole angle, that is XZY, and therefore it will be equal to half of XZY is 64 degree. Okay, so I shall write, therefore angle OZY is equal to, if you solve this, what do you get? 32 is equal to 32 degree. Okay, so I've got this small angle to be 32, and we did it in the beginning since OY was the bisector. Yeah, so what does that mean? That this is 27, because 54 gets divided into two parts. It is half of 54 is 27. So OYZ is 27 degree. Okay, now we have found what is OZY. Yes, what else is supposed to be found? YOZ, that is YOZ, this angle. Okay, now if you could see OYZ, they together form up a triangle. Yes, and again for any triangle, the sum of the measure of all the three angles, that is O plus Y plus Z, has to be 180 degree. Okay, so that's what I'll write. In triangle OYZ, angle YOZ plus this angle 27 plus this angle 32 should be equal to 180 degree. So angle YOZ, if you could add this, it happens to be 7 plus 2, 9, 59 is equal to 180 degree. So YOZ will be equal to 180 plus 59 goes to the other side, becomes minus 59, and we have YOZ is equal to, if we solve this, we'll get 121 degree. So this is the solution to question number 2. Let us now find out what question number 3 has. It says, in figure, if AB is parallel to DE, angle BAC is equal to 35 degree and angle CDE is equal to 53 degree, then find angle DCE. Kindly observe this given figure and then let's quickly get into the solution for this third question. Dear students, in this question it is mentioned that AB is parallel to DE. So these two are parallel lines. Okay, so I'll mention that AB is parallel to DE. Further, it is given that angle BAC, so we have stopped it here. So BAC, this angle is equal to 35 degrees. So I'll mention that too. BAC is equal to 35 degree. Also, angle CDE is equal to 53 degree. So angle CDE is equal to 53 degree. We have been asked to find angle DCE. So where is angle DCE? DCE. We have been asked to find this angle. So how shall I proceed by is, if this angle is 35, does it form a pair of angle with any other specific angle? Yes. If you could see here, if this is 35, this angle would also be 35. Can you tell me why? Because AB and DE are parallel, and if that's the case, and I take AE as a transversal, what are these type of angles? They would then be interior alternate angles. If you want, I can draw it over here. Say this is AB, okay, and I have another parallel line as mentioned, DE. Okay, so if this is the line, okay, and if this is given as 35 degree, this angle would also be then 35. So angle DEA, yeah, this angle would also be 35. So likewise, I mentioned over here that if this is 35, this would also be 35. Let me mention that. So since AB is parallel to DE, okay, and I will take what as a transversal? AE as a transversal. AE is transversal. On that basis, I will mention that angle BAC is equal to angle CED. The reason is they are interior alternate angles. Okay, so what is BAC? 35. So 35 degree is a measure of angle CED. Okay, so we have found what is CED? 35. But then what are you supposed to find? Angle DCE. Where is DCE? DCE. That is this angle. Now if you could realize and observe, here I have a triangle. What is a triangle? Triangle CDE. And the sum of the three angles of a triangle has to be 180 degree. I've got two angles already. Can I get the measure of the third angle? Yes, let's do that. So in triangle CDE, I've got 53 degree, I've got 35 degree, yes, plus 53 plus 35 plus this angle. Which angle do I call them? Angle DCE should be equal to 180. What's the reason? Angle sum property. So 53 plus 35, yeah, what would I get? 88. So 88 plus angle DCE is equal to 180. So DCE will be 180, 88 goes to the other side, becomes minus 88, and hence angle DCE will be equal to 92 degree. So we have found the measure of angle DCE, and we come to the conclusion, to the solution of question number 3. Let's proceed to question number 4.